Hey everybody, thanks for joining me. I'm Laura and today we're going to work on cowtails. Someone recently reached out and asked if I had a tutorial on cowtails and I looked and dang you guys, I don't. What an oversight. I feel like at this point this is a basic. Not only is it beautiful on its own, but it is a stylistic component of so many different moves. In this video, we'll work on the technique for cowtail, and we'll also put it in different moves to add some flavor. But first, Patreon. Thank you, people of Patreon, for helping to make this video free for everyone in the world, including people like you. If you want to join them, it's a voluntary subscription, and the link is in the description. First, let's work on the ability to move our leg without tweaking our knees. So in my opinion, this is a hip movement, not a knee movement. So let's start by picking up one leg and rotating our hip out and rotating it in, rotating it out and rotating it in. Now continue to rotate your hip while bending and straightening your knee so your foot makes a circle. Now think about initiating the circle at the bottom. I start a little out to the side, give it some juice, and then let the momentum take my foot around the rest of the circle. Try it out on your other leg. If you watch Al Minns dance this move, you can see where he's getting the force and how he balances with his torso. All right, if you feel good about that, now here are two details that, in my opinion, help the cowtail look more magical. One, if you keep your knees close together, the trajectory of the foot is more circular, and so it looks more like an optical illusion. And two, this isn't for every instance, but if you think about your standing leg moving out and in to accommodate the weight of your swinging leg, I think that makes everything look sexy octopus on a jackhammer. Now that is jazz. Unfortunately, these two techniques are kind of diametrically opposed, so play with focusing on one, then the other. All right, with that in mind, let's dance it out together. Follow along. First, we're going to build up that standing leg. As promised, let's put it in some other moves. Now, full disclosure, as we go through this, I don't know that I'm doing the best example of a full cowtail, but I feel like keeping the cowtail in my mind as I do it helps it look a certain way that I like, that I think is kind of nice. So play with it. If you don't like it, bam, throw it away. Now, as I was studying this, if you look at dancers like Josephine Baker, dancers like Al Minns, my favorite, you know, it looks like there's a thin line between cowtail and something like a squat Charleston. You can see it's really a part of the same family. So let's start there. Obviously, it's a huge component of something like snake legs. In order to access it for the timing, I put my foot out on 6 so I can begin that circle. Now, I also love the cowtail on a Charleston basic. I think it adds so much style. So for me, I need my foot out and ready to swing on count 4 so it doesn't have to dodge my other foot. As a special detail, check out how much my standing legs move in and out. Sexy octopus on a jackhammer. you don't know squat Charleston, snake legs, or the Charleston basic, I do have video tutorials linked in the description. Now, something that I don't have a tutorial of is this next move, which is something that I kind of stole from my friend Felipe. Now, I'm not going to break it down too much in this video. Feel free to slow it down and break it down for yourself. But the reason why I wanted to add it is it doesn't use that out swing prep that I've been using. So it took me a second to understand it. So I wanted to let you know so you could understand it. Now, the way it makes sense to me is instead of that out prep, you slide your foot across the floor almost like you're striking a match. And that generates the momentum to get a good circle. Okay, now let's dance all of this together to get some practice in. Now for the love of the game, let's speed it up.
Anyone finer in State Carolina? If there is and you know her, show her to me, Dinah. With the Dixie eyes blazing, how I long to sit and gazing to the eyes of my Dinah Lee. Now every night, why do I shake with fright? Because my Dinah might just change her mind about me. Oh, my Dinah, is she born to China? Just to be with my Dinah Lee.
I hope you had fun and learned a lot, and if you did, click like and subscribe and all the YouTube algorithm stuff. If you like the music, it's the Prumo Orchestra, and you can find a link to it in the description. And half of the money that I get from this YouTube channel goes towards organizations that support African diasporic artists and art for the founders of Lindy House. And the best way to learn how to dance is to dance.